Hey, dear loves, and welcome to the very first episode of Spiritual Guidance for Real Life podcast. I'm Necole Anré'V, and I am so excited and grateful to have you here with me. This podcast is brought to you by Spiritual Guidance Academy and Anré'V Consultants. And this space is where we talk about real life spirituality, alignment, and transformation in our careers, in leadership, family, in love, and in every part of life. If you've ever felt like you're being called to something greater, but don't quite know what steps to take next, you are exactly where you need to be. This is a space for elevation, for clarity, and for breakthrough. We're going to talk about spiritual guidance in a way that is practical and relevant to your everyday life, whether it's navigating a career shift, dealing with uncertainty, blended family stuff, healing from relationships, medical stuff, or just stepping into your highest self. Let me be very clear. This is a non denominational space. You don't have to follow any specific religious path to be here. Spiritual guidance is for everyone, and it's the way I've lived my life. It is our connection with Source, whether you call that the universe, Allah, Jehovah, the Most High. It's with love, with gratitude, and with the higher wisdom that is always available to all of us. My hope is that you finish each episode feeling uplifted, aligned, and clear, ready to move forward with power and purpose. Before we get into today's main topic, I want to share a personal story because spiritual guidance isn't just something I talk about. It's like I said earlier, it's how I live my life. Let me take you back to a moment that changed absolutely everything for me. I was working in a leadership role in corporate America, making great money, checking all the boxes of what success was supposed to look like. But deep down, something felt off. I was drained. I was feeling unfulfilled and torn between my career and my personal life. Like my soul was just depleted. I had just had my son. And I'll never forget the feeling of knowing that I was going to have to leave him to go back to work. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. See, when my daughter was born, I had to go back when she was just 6 weeks old. Barely any time to recover. Barely any time to bond. And this time, I wanted something different. I wanted to be there for my babies. I wanted to wake up without dreading my day, having to get them all bundled up into the car, over to their sitters, over to daycare. I was trying to figure out who was the right person, who could I trust around my children. I changed daycares, nannies, like you wouldn't believe. And there was a big problem though. I needed a paycheck. I needed my money. I didn't know how I was going to shift into the life I truly wanted, but I did something that changed everything. I surrendered to the process. And I encourage you to do the same when you're faced with a life dilemma. Instead of stressing, instead of forcing things, I sat with my feelings. I got really still and I got intentional and I spoke it into being. Now, spiritual superstars, I literally said out loud, I want to be home with my babies. I want to live in alignment. I want a way out of this job that feels good, that supports me financially, and that allows me to step fully into my purpose, to do something that is meaningful, altruistic, has to be filled with integrity. And let me tell you, when you put that energy into the universe, when you align yourself with what you truly want, and you feel it with every ounce of fiber of your being, doors open in ways you simply cannot predict. You can expect it, and you've got to believe it. Just 3 days later, I got the call. My boss asked me to come into the office on a Wednesday instead of Monday. I didn't think much of it at the time because, you know, I put it out to the universe. I asked Divine Source, this is what I want. And I knew that was the way I lived my life. And so just to be in expectation mode, that was the sign. That Wednesday instead of Monday, because this all happened on a Sunday, and initially my boss said, "Can you come back in on Monday?" And I'm thinking, that's not 3 days from now. Spirit, you said 3 days they're going to lay me off. And I know you don't want me to work for 3 days just for them to lay me off. And so my boss changed it to Wednesday. So that Wednesday, spiritual superstars, I walked in with boobs out because I was breastfeeding, and I had a nail appointment because I believe in my spiritual guidance, and I knew that was my sign. That was my confirmation. So I had my kind of breastfeeding shirt on. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Guys, you do too. And I was feeling great. Hair was done up, and I was ready to make my 11 o'clock manicure and pedicure. Kids were already with their nanny. Now, my boss called me into the conference room. He was stumbling over his words. And I was just besides myself with him just pausing and hesitating. And so I just said, "Are you going to lay me off or not?" And he literally turned white. I mean, copy paper white. Good guy. He was awesome. Family man, God fearing man. And I loved him and he loved me. He said, How? How? I said, "How do I know?" And he just nodded. And I said, "Darren, you believe in God?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "God told me." He just started crying. Now, to most people, hearing you're being laid off would be devastating. But for me, it was divine timing. And do you know, spiritual superstars, he was trying to stop them from laying me off. So that's why he switched from Monday to Wednesday. Good guy. But I had to tell him, "Darren, you're blocking my blessings." I prayed for this. Not only did they lay me off, but they also gave me a huge severance package. Money that allowed me to stay home with my babies without stress and gave me the space to figure out my next steps. This is what I want you to understand. Your words create. Your energy creates. Your alignment creates. When you're clear on what you desire and you release the need to control how it happens, The universe meets you where you are. And that's what this podcast is all about. Helping you tune into your spiritual guidance, align with your purpose, and trust the process as you navigate career shifts, relationships, healing, and self-growth. Through my own journey, spiritual superstars, and through coaching thousands of beautiful souls just like you, I've developed a 7-step framework that helps you navigate uncertainty with spiritual guidance. Over the next several episodes, we're going to break these down one by one. But today, I want to introduce them to you. Number 1, I want you to write this down. You know what? I'm going to give you a free download of them. So wherever you are, I want you to comment free download, and I'm going to send it to you. Get still and seek guidance. That's number 1. Get still and seek guidance. Before you make any move, get quiet. Listen. Ask your higher self, source, or the universe for clarity. Literally ask for your spiritual guidance. Now, if you've been following us on YouTube or anywhere Spiritual Guidance Academy is, in our private Facebook groups, wherever we are in our programs, you've heard me say exactly how to ask for your spiritual guidance. And it goes like this. Divine Source, please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. And spiritual superstars, you will receive it. You will receive it. The problem that I see is that people aren't used to the way they receive it. It is not the way your will wants your answered prayer to come in. It's the way, you guessed it, God's will. So the other thing that I need you to say is God's will be done. Thy will be done. Spirit's will be done. Allah's will to be done. Okay? Number 2, clarify your vision. Get clear on what you truly want. Not just what you think you should want. Okay, so we all want to satisfy other people. And we all want to make other people happy. And we get our feelings hurt when we're not supported, when we're judged, when we're criticized by people we love. We all get our feelings hurt when somebody says something negative about something we love that removes the stress, that calms us down, that is our favorite pastime, you know? And it's because we really care about people. That's why we get hurt. We really care about other people and what they think. And we respect other people. And so it's not what other people want for you. It's what you truly want. Clarify your vision. And don't worry, I'm going to help you do that. Number 3, set an energetic intention. Align your thoughts, spiritual superstars, your words, and your emotions with your desired outcome. Set an energetic intention by aligning your thoughts, your words, and emotions with your desired outcome. Number 4, take inspired action. Once the signs start showing up, dear loves, move with confidence, without hesitation. Move fast. You don't need to know if, you have to move inside the lines. No, you're moving the way that your spiritual guidance has shown you to move confidently. And we will talk a lot about this step. Number 5, trust the timing. The universe is always on time, period. You are moving in divine timing. You don't want your will to be done. You want, that's right, thy will to be done. And so our timing is infinite. Third dimensional time is a construct. It was created. It was created by a human being. The third dimensional time was created by a human being. But time holds special meanings, spiritual meanings. We'll talk about that in subsequent episodes. But numbers and symbols and all of that mean something very specific. You know all about 1111, but that's just a small portion of it. The universe is always on time. Step 6, embrace the detours. This is so huge. Embracing the detours is, you know what? Sometimes what looks like a setback is actually a redirection. That closed door is really the open door to where you really should have gone through. Embrace the detours. That no is really a maybe. They're not ghosting you. They're going through. Right? How many times have you wondered, oh my gosh, why aren't they calling me back? Oh my goodness, I might not have gotten the job. What did I do? Was it me? Did I say something? Oh my gosh, did they find out that such and all this stuff? And you're just like, what's wrong? What did I do? What did I do wrong? I haven't heard from you. What's wrong? Are you cheating on me? Are you seeing someone? Why are you mad at me? What's going on? And the other person is like, what? And I'm going through something. How about that? How about you ask, am I okay? Instead of it being about you. We all have done it. We all have done it. And guess what? We've all felt it. So we're going to learn how to embrace those divine interventions. Blessings. Number 7, stay aligned and grateful. Gratitude speeds up manifestation, spiritual superstars. Celebrate each and every step forward. Each of these steps is a key to spiritual alignment and manifestation. And I can't wait to dive deeper into them with you in upcoming episodes. Now, before we close out, here's what I need you to do. Subscribe and follow. If this episode resonated with you, I know it did, and I'm so grateful. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Apple Podcast, and wherever you're listening so you don't miss the next one. Join the Substack community. And this is because you want exclusive content, coaching, and deeper spiritual discussions, right? Join me on Substack. That's where I share insights that don't make it into the podcast, along with personal affirmations, manifestation practices, and more. The link is in the description. If you got value from today's episode, share it with someone who needs it. Don't question yourself. Don't second guess yourself. That person is on your soul right now. Share it with them. And if you're on Apple Podcast, leaving a review helps this message reach more beautiful souls just like you. I would love to hear from you. Send me a message, leave a comment, or let me know what topics you'd love for me to cover next. Before we go, spiritual superstars, take a deep breath with me, okay? And this is going to be a really deep breath in, deep, 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 deep. Exhaling completely out to the universe, pushing out all the stress. Repeat after me. I am exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I trust the journey. I trust the journey. I am married to the process. I am married to the process. I am always guided and supported by divine energy. I am always guided and supported by divine energy. Thank you for being here, spiritual superstars. You are powerful. You are worthy. And everything you desire is always already on its way to you. Until next time, stay aligned and stay in your power.